I don't know how I got pregnant again. You be fucking with no condom. As soon as you meet a nigga that you think got some money, you will give him that pussy raw. And niggas love raw pussy. They do not like committing to bitches nowadays early on. They don't like the responsibility of babies with bitches that they have no plans on marrying. Niggas don't like having children when they don't have themselves together financially. So girl, nothing is happening to you that you're not doing to yourself. Stop sitting up here saying you don't understand how life got this hard. It got this way through fucking raw too much. And niggas love raw sex, but they don't like babies like that. It needs to click. It's not the Lord. And your mama gonna sit there and lie to your ass again. I'ma help. I'ma this. I'ma that. And as soon as you try to drop them kids off to go out and be a thought again or a city girl or be outside or hell, you might be trying to straighten up and go to school now. She ain't finna be with that shit all the time.
So the video I just showed y'all just now is a clip of a woman explaining straight facts though. She was giving a real raw and uncut. She basically explaining, you know, what a lot of women don't want to hear. Nobody wants to hear the truth anymore. They rather hear lies, deception, and bullshit. Anything that tickle their ears. When y'all women are having kids by these thugs, these bad boys, the guys whoever look good or whatever, instead of going off of guys, instead of going off having babies with your husband or with a man that want to be with you and have a long-lasting relationship, they're having babies by thugs, gangbangs, guys that entertain them, guys that give them a tangle. Instead of practicing safe sex, I feel like we need to have that conversation more in the black community because white women are having a lot of sex, but, you know, especially teenagers, but they're not getting pregnant or, you know, not getting pregnant because they're on birth control. We need to have a lot of birth control, though. We need more birth control. Black women got to start getting on birth control because there's so many contraceptives, though. Everybody, and you had a lot of women talking about the abortion. You know, there was riot. You know, not doing riots. You know, there was debating about that. You know, abortions. Also doing that. There was having debates, not debates. Protesting about abortions, you know, or whatever the case may be. They had celebrities, so-called celebrities out here, you know, like talking about my body, my choice. Yeah, that is true though. But it also, when you make those fucked up decisions in life to have kids by men that is not your husband, and you should marry before you carry, these are the consequences. A broken home. And at the end of this, the child is suffering and all of this right here. So, you know, you're going by having this pleasurable feeling. You're digging yourself in the hole, ladies, when you do this right here. In my humble opinion. In my honest and truest opinion, you're just digging yourself in the hole when you do this. When you have kids by multiple men or whatever, you're undesirable by most men. Nobody wants to be a stepfather these days, and nobody wants to raise nobody else's kids. Nobody's going to raise your kids and love your kids like your father, like the man you had a child with, your baby father. And a lot of women nowadays is hypergamy with dating up or dating somebody higher. They want men who don't have kids to take care and raise their kids. I just don't understand it. It's hypocrisy. It's selfishness. It's basically saying you won't date nobody like yourself and you want another man to raise your kids. And then a lot of them still having sex with a baby daddy behind their back. And they want you to take care of it. But I just look at it. You can't date nobody higher than your baby daddy. So your baby daddy is a felon, beater, and all that, and the loser. Well, your husband probably going to be a loser because you don't get no higher than him. You can't expect your husband to be this guy who's successful, competitive, you know, doing something with his life, you know, decide to make something of himself. You know, he got a job, cars, and houses, whatever. And you want him and you're in the projects. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of those women in their 20s, they don't practice safe sex. They have kids by these men who feel like they got a bag or get in the bag. You know, he got a nice car or whatever, and he's lying because he in debt, and he owe student loans and all the other shit. He in debt, and they decide to have these kids because they think they on the come up or whatever, and they gonna get something out of this. And all they get out of this is heartbreak, pain, and the kids doesn't have and the children don't have a stable home with mother and father in it, and they hating one another. And then they get on the internet and say men ain't shit and men ain't no good. And in the case is you're the problem, and you dug yourself this hole right here. And they want somebody to get you out of it and then complain and then blame the world and blame all men. When it's not the men, it's the choices that you made with those men. You chose loser men. When over 50% of black men are single and childless, you chose those men. So my thing is, my stance on it is, my take is, you know, ladies, be careful in your decision making. Marry before you carry. Make sure this person is your husband before you try to give him one of the greatest gifts in life, giving birth. And stop having kids with men that not your husband, or you don't see yourself being in a relationship. You don't see yourself being a husband, being in a relationship with, you know, the rest of your life. Because it's all, it makes yourself undesirable when you have kids. But that's the truth for y'all right there. That's the truth for the matter. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it. It may not get a lot of views, but hey, man. Sub, don't be a dub to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, run it up.